Now, hi
Hey!
everyone.
Hey!
I can't see my
Hey!
hand.
How's
How
it
are you
going?
What's
doing?
Yeah,
going
you can't see the hands very
on?
well.
How is everyone?
Please, Salem.
We have a green screen.
Yay!
Salem.
Oh my god. That's right. We have got
Best opening.
Mm-hmm.
being
Opening
the
today.
DM is being
So good.
assaulted.
Yep.
Being assaulted by a cat. That's just
You
how
know,
that
multiple
goes. Oh my god. I feel like with this so first of all, we're super excited that we have our new green screens. I love them. It's Light
Yeah.
Holly. Light Holly is our prismatic dragon mascot. She is glorious. She makes me so happy. And because we have green screen, it now looks like Guillermo is just pulling cats out of the air and throwing them somewhere. Oh,
I'm a
like,
wizard. I'm a wizard, Harry.
there's
You
like
are a
a
conjurer.
dozen,
Magical ability.
there's easily a dozen cats, apparently, that Guillermo has just pulled out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's a different one. It's just I'm a crazy cat lady.
That's right. You are.
Welcome everyone. We hope that you like our new green screens that we worked really hard to get and to make them function. Because these people here, they're not really technology savvy, so Lando really had to work hard for that.
I try to make it easy.
And they
for
were
you.
like, "Oh my god, I don't know how pixels work," and
Okay.
it was like, "No,
never-
guys,
That's
it's
the
supposed to
best.
be
I was never asked
exactly the
that
measure."
question, but okay.
And I was like, "No, guys, it has to be the exact measure." And they were like, well, "What's a pixel? It's only a pixel." And I
Wow.
was, and it had to be,
Yeah.
"No, we need to be in an exact measurement."
What he's not telling you is he's actually making fun of himself. He was
Yeah.
the one that gave him the
Yeah.
most grief about the measurements.
It was literally like, "Guys, actually, it's not gonna be the X on the zero. It's gonna be in the -1." And I was like, "Okay, sorry, sorry, sorry to disturb your stream."
I love it.
So, welcome everyone once again. Hunter's Harvest has been experiencing some, well, advance in the plot, and I don't know if everyone is following up. So Kyle and I thought that we could do something for you to enjoy, and so that you know what we're going on, a little bit of the lore behind it. And that entails going a little bit back from what we were doing last session, actually a day and a half back. So, still in the stream, and the sun is just starting to settle. When Annika is working on her tower, different projects, most of them just trying to discover what the Harpy egg actually is capable of. Still experimenting with that, it seems to have some powerful magic in it. However, a sound disturbs her, and while the door knocks, yeah, probably not the other way around. and Annika lets the comer come in. I'm not English good at English, okay, guys? Bear with me. So, that mysterious person was indeed Corten. And if you don't mind, Corten, let's start our nicest scene.
Annika, are you available?
Ooh, nice visit here. Did you like my tea?
It was fine. I fed it to the cat.
Should have figured. Come on, sit down. What do
Yes,
you want
we
from me?
all... Look, I need to figure out exactly where you stand on a few things. I know your predilections and your connections.
She's a witch.
She's not a witch.
She's just a lonely lady in a hut in the middle of the swamp.
That's
Does that
right.
describe witch to you? Not to me.
No. There's look, some things are happening over in Nonked. I need to make
Dumpster
sure. The what?
The dumpster fire.
Well, yes, the whole country is a dumpster fire right now with a civil war going on.
Hmm.
But I need to know exactly where you stand when it comes to your loyalties.
Well, I work for you. You're treating me well, so I don't know what you're trying to entail with that.
I feel like you might work for just about anybody if they paid you well in a certain kind of coin.
I used to be that type of woman, but I think I'm really growing and really appreciating the people here, you know?
That's good to know because I think someone that you used to know just took up residence in Nonket again.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Pardon?
I don't know exactly what do you mean by that.
It looks like Queen Keelnasi the First has just murdered her granddaughter. You know, the
Wait.
queen that was ruling 1,000 years ago during the cataclysm.
Was she actually alive? I thought she died just like I'm not the second.
Well, alive is a relative term in most situations these days. I know that we lost the ability to create undead 1,000 years ago and only recently got it back, but it looks like she turned herself into a lich.
Smart. I should have figured she was a difficult woman to kill.
Well, apparently she's been hiding out in the Shadowfell for the last 1,000 years, unable to get back here. But when her granddaughter lost the crown to the Illithids, it seems she, for some reason, decided she needed to get it back. And very desperately. Desperately enough that she's willing to kill her own grandchild.
I don't really understand. What does that entail for everyone then? I knew the woman was powerful, but after
What does it entail?
shadow-
Listen. That monster is creating undead slaves and mechanical ones at a rate that we can't even comprehend right now. Everyone in her kingdom is working towards that end. She's soon going to have armies that we can't defeat. They're going to swarm across the continent if we don't do something about it. I want to make sure that you're going to be working for us and not for her when you see the scope of this war.
You see as Annika glances to the harpy egg, the undead harpy egg. That explains. That motherfucker. Well, I know that I have been quite loose on my friendships and alliances, but believe me, I will not work with that woman, or whatever monster is now. What do you need from me?
A contract.
You know I don't like them. At least
I
not on my
know.
own.
I know that you are very good at writing them. So I've got one for you. Your sisters are about to take up residence in the mine. They're going to have their own little shop in our marketplace.
Okay. I have to
You're
see
going
that.
to sign a contract on behalf of all of you, stating that if any of you do anything to harm Delver's dream, that contract becomes null and void.
What do I get in exchange?
You get a shop, and you get to keep your head.
Of course, you're really good with words. That's really convincing when you won. So, okay, we can work on the contract. However, a contract does not defeat the Lich Queen.
No. I'm going to need you to start sending out your little pets on missions that are going to actually create a little chaos for Kilnasi. I know there is something that she wants in the forest between Duopolis and Nonked. Something that she wasn't able to get over the last 1,000 years, nor was anyone else. We have a chance to stop something that she wants, and we need to do it now.
Seems to be a good idea. I will contact them.
Wonderful. I'll have the contract for you by the end of the day.
By the way, wanna bet? I bet that all of them are gonna come alive. What do you think?
That all of what?
All of my puppies are gonna come back alive.
I don't know. I think there are a few that might fall down a bit.
Come on, Curtin. They're better than you think they are. I know that you really like your Devil Train guys, I know that you're harsh on them, but my hunters can be quite useful too.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I have things to attend to. Goodbye, Annika.
Goodbye, Curtin. Make sure to
And
write
with
the
that,
next.
Corton swishes out of the room, ready to handle some things that are going to be happening in the mine.
Dun, dun, dun. So that's what happened, guys. Hunter versus Delvers, yeah. So going back, actually, right, you're good with the recaps of what we've done between that. After Annika called you out, what happened? Do you want to tell to the people what we did last sessions, so they know what's going on basically?
Yeah, so basically after Annika brought us to her tower, she explained kind of the situation to us, that the Lich Queen had returned and that the hunters needed to do something about it. So she immediately sent us on a mission to find a mystical artifact that, the name is escaping me. You guys help me out here. What was that?
Well, it's a gem that's in the Temple of Nemosin.
Gem in the Temple of Nemosin. Awesome.
I'm not even sure we got a name or what it even does.
Yeah.
We also know it's an artifact.
We know it's special.
We know it's
need-
You know,
special.
well, and I mean, if you want to do like, well, actually, someone knew, and she told you. The legends told it had some powers for controlling monsters and beasts.
Oh, dang. Yeah, so we got teleported to another temple, or another tower, where we met a couple new friends. And Direxus, you want to tell us about our new friends we met?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's Lena and
Lurnuren, or Lurni for friends.
Looney. Yeah, and they're at least their exes thinks they're just like regular special friends.
Mm-hmm.
But
They were
they're not. They're clearly a
As
couple.
girls being
They're
pals.
clearly a
Just
couple
roommates.
As
They were
they're
roommates.
good roommates. But they're clearly
Very
a couple.
close.
good.
They're clearly a couple.
They even share the same bedroom. They're that close.
Oh my gosh,
Bots.
Two bots. Fun.
Kill the bots.
And the bots were roommates too.
The bots are roommates.
Now they're.
Oh my god.
roommated.
Why do we have so many
Holy-
bots?
holy-
I don't know.
I mean, Relic is too
I
sexy
can't
for
kill
them.
fast enough.
They just see Relic and they're like, oh my god.
They're multiplying.
That's a sexy ass robot if I've seen
That was-
everyone.
Those 4 bots. Just.
Oh my-
Anywho,
I guess we are making it. We are
We are.
absolutely making it.
Yeah.
We got all the bots now.
all the bots. Anywho, yeah. So, yeah. Clearly, they're a couple. Diraxis doesn't really realize that.
Yeah.
I think
They were-
probably because culturally, the Drow, like at least the women typically don't really like each other. There's a lot of power dynamics, and so them coupling
makes
up
sense.
is something that doesn't really compete with him. And he was a slave, so it's not like he really was like involved in culture. So anyway, and then they're studying the stars, and they're kind of struggling a little bit to like justify the study to whoever it is they work for. I think it's either the government or some kind of research thing, right?
Yep.
Something like that.
And then circle in Duopolis, each have different resources and have different funds for the different investigations. They're right now in the Igorex Observatory, where they are investigating the power that the stars may have, since as it's common knowledge for the well, not as common knowledge, but it is known for most academics that these stars are a fragment of the Reef of Glass, and the gods are related to that. So Lurian and Lina are firm believers that they can extract power from that, and that's what their mission is. However, they haven't found much yet.
So we teleported to their tower, to their observatory, which was beautiful. They were a little wary of us at first, but after we explained to them exactly what was going on and who sent us and why, they agreed to let us stay the night before going over to this temple. And then when we went over to the temple, we discovered a couple different things. Ishan, do you want to explain the temple to us and how we saw the temple and what happened there?
Yes, we came upon what was seemed to be I would say ancient, to be a good description, temple that looked very much overgrown with nature, and we did discover the carcass, for want of a better word, of a golem, which had essentially been obliterated by
That's a nice word for what happened, yeah.
some force that entered the Temple of Nemosin. As we approached to try and make our entry, another one of these golems, which was already half dead, was brought to life and tried to deter us from proceeding any further into the temple. Naturally, we overcame it.
That was great. And we actually did a pretty cool... We overcame it in a really awesome way that didn't exactly involve just like beating it to death. And we can thank Baltor and Balmir for that. How did you guys do it?
Well, Balmir figured it out.
We were able to figure out that there were activation runes in one of the arches. They're connected to the runes on the golem. So what did we do about that, Baltor?
Well, we figured out that if we alter
Is that full potato?
the rune, if we alter the rune in the same way on both the golem and on the activation, that it will actually short out the connection and the golem will just stop.
And you guys did it, and we actually saw that Baltor and Balmir, even if they act like they hate each other, are a really good team. So that was awesome. So after that, we delved deeper into the temple, where we found a crazy-looking magical door that looked like it had things kind of wrapping around it and protecting it. And we found pieces to the door that were different words. That was an amazing puzzle that our awesome DM Guillermo set up. That we had to kind of set up the words and everything, and it was just it was really fun and everything.
That was fun. I remember that. That was cool.
That was great.
So we managed to scrape enough of our intelligence together and get it open. Just barely. But yeah, well, we got most of it, okay? Give us some credit.
I was kind of an ass with the separation because I made sure to separate every noun, so it was more difficult to actually...
It was also like a list. It was also a list of things that could have been Grammatically correct in any order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but after that, the door just kind of fell down. It didn't really kind of open, if I remember correctly. And then we just see kind of a room that's a sheet of white, if I remember the description correctly, where we were kind of studying a bit. Sean kind of walked up and touched it, and Relic just kind of pushed him in.
Just kind of? No, he straight on shoved him in that.
Just absolutely, yeah.
Before we even knew if it was safe, he just was like,
Well,
Yeah.
he touched
Okay.
it, so he looked okay,
He's
you
a
know.
bastard. Yeah.
But
Which
it brought
did
us-
result in a fireball to the face.
It did. It did.
That
Very fun.
almost hit Samudra, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
So a bit of
Ashan
crosshair
did the
there.
fireball, not the mechanism or the temple.
Which, by the way, Samudra
Right,
is
right.
Ishan's ex-girlfriend, and it wasn't the best of goodbyes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
No, it wasn't.
It's so awkward.
So that's awkward, and honestly, a lot of fun. So
For
we got
us.
into this place. It opened up this place that looked like. Sean, what did you call it? What was the painting again? That it looks
Oh, like an Escher painting.
like an Escher painting.
Actually,
And luckily, we had Baltor to navigate the place for
Yeah,
us. because-
Baltor, because Baltor is
Sure.
weird and OCD, apparently. He
Yeah.
he just looked at it, figured out exactly the route that they needed to go. Because he's the smart one.
And lucky he did, because the entire place was moving, and if we didn't go, we would have been lost for a good long while if he didn't get us through that like the way
Yeah.
he did. So now we are in a place that we seem a little opaque, a little see-through, according to the DM, and we might be watching some of Balmir's memories or
Yeah.
a blast of the past. We don't exactly know what's happening yet, but stay tuned.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhangers.
Dun, dun, dun. So, thank you guys for tossing the ball and explaining.
That was
explaining what we
just
did.
I want to affirm, Relic. That was a really good way to do it. Just
Yeah, that was really
I
fun.
agree.
affirmation.
I agree. I like the hot potato technique.
A little popcorn reading.
Yeah, you're in this. It's nighttime where you're right now, and you can hear the fire crackling in the background, as you see a little fire parts just surrounding the area, and some I don't know how to speak. One second, sorry guys.
It's okay.
All good.
As you see the embers being born from the fire. And for you, Valmy, a familiar smell. It was a long time since you haven't smelled that, but at first you kind of remember it with nostalgically, but then you remember that the taste of that wasn't that good, and it's the soup that one of your friends used to make, one of your ex party members used to make. It's Rafir's soup, your cleric. And it was good to keep you well warm, but other than that, it was quite difficult in taste, let's say. Everyone else, you can see yourself in that space that you've never seen before, and you can see your translucent self around it, except for your relic with when you try to look at yourself, you are not able to fathom any fixed shape. It's just like a faceless, humanoid-looking body, but there's nothing there to actually know exactly what race is it, or to even know if it's yourself. You move around a little bit, you feel a little bit weird, and everyone looking around, they can see that Relic is not here with you. It's that strange creature, this strange faceless creature.
I have a question. Am I still holding Diraxis? Because he was crying when we walked in.
Yes, I forgot.
Yeah,
he
that's
nat
is
one,
correct because
and he thought the Delver's Dream was destroyed. Oh, who'd we lose?
we
Uh-oh.
lose Palmer.
Oh no.
He back.
He back. He back.
He coming. He
Okay.
coming back.
He coming
Okay.
back. Yeah.
Hold on. I don't know what just happened.
All good.
Well, sometimes it'll be like that. All
It do
right.
be
So
like
yeah,
that
you thought the Delver's Dream was destroyed, so you were holding on to what you think it's relic, crying, bawling your head, your eyes out, and
It's
as
all
you
gone.
it lands for the first time to your friend, you see this shapeless humanoid creature just trying to say to you, "It's okay, it's okay."
It's okay, man. It's okay. And like I see myself, right?
You can
Like
see
my
your
hands.
hands, you can see your body, and it's not the one it's supposed to be. It's humanoid.
Draxus looks up. Who are you?
I don't think Relic even has words. I think he's just stuck, you know. I don't think he can even fathom what's happening right now. He's just kind of like moving his hands around and like analyzing himself, but it's not like he doesn't think the same way.
I feel like he would drop Draxus.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just dropped him.
When you
So-
fall, you don't feel any pain from that. You almost feel like weightless. Yeah, Valmir?
So are we like in the scene, or is it more like outside looking in?
They are in the scene with you. You can see their translucent forms, but you can see around all your ex-party members. It doesn't seem to look at them. They're just looking at you while you were acting strange after seeing your reflection in the soup.
So everyone else is see-through but me?
Yeah, you're not see-through.
Oh god.
And a familiar voice starts. At first, it's difficult to recognize, but then you see his lips moving, and you just see your cleric just talking to you. He's okay?
Oh.
But why are you looking at the soup? He's not gonna eat you.
Yeah.
Well, sorry. I, stuck in my own head. What? Great soup.
Everyone looks at you, like weird.
Oh, so
And then you see Raphael smile. Really? I knew it was perfecting the recipe. I knew it. I just needed a little bit more of, some more bling, a little bit more leaves. And with that, that's all. Yeah, sure, Raphael. That's all you needed. And you recognize Brucel, which is the dwarf ranger, looking at you. And it's like, well, I don't know what happened to you, but you're certainly something strange. You never like Raphael's soup. Well, not like anyone does. Hey! Come on, you know it's right. And then another familiar voice starts to, come on guys, you shouldn't be so mean. And you recognize Kilim, your human rogue from the party. They used to be one of the most consistent parties that you ever had throughout the years. You were traveling with them for years and years, and you could consider them really good friends.
Sorry, is it? Can I ask a question just in terms of understanding?
The situation?
Yeah. So he's talking out loud, but he's hearing, and he's in this vision. And so, do we see him interacting at all with this?
You see all of this, but you kind of feel, even though you're on the same scene, you feel like no one notices you. Not only that,
Okay,
you also feel kind of like a spectator of sorts.
Okay, so this isn't in his head, and we're not just seeing his side of it; we're seeing the whole thing.
You're seeing the whole
Okay,
thing.
cool. Perfect. Thank you.
And actually, guys, you can make me an investigation check or perception, whatever you feel your character would do best, and roleplay me a white investigation or perception for them. You're trying to look around and see what are the place you're in.
Do I remember this? Is this something that has happened, or is this like a new thing?
You can do your check too, but you will have advantage, of course.
All right.
The first one was a 14. Sorry.
Okay, 14. For
The
investigation.
reason I did perception is because Diraxis is still kind of freaked out and not really in a mind state to actually like actively do like look, but it would just be something that would just happen passively for him because he's still trying to figure out.
All right, I'm only missing Balters, I think, but with that, for
And I got
except
a
for
nice
Balter, none of you
16.
guys, and Palmira will go later. None of you guys recognize this place. You just see this fireplace, and they're in some sort of cave that seems to be covering them from the elements. But you're still trying to figure out the situation. However, Balter, you're a curious guy, and try to go further than that. And as you're leaving the place where Valmir should be able to see, you see as the world stops making sense. Where there's supposed to be a tree, it's a shape that could remind a tree from afar, but looks like its own memory is replacing the element with something that makes sense, but getting near to it, it's just... Well,
It's like the memory of a tree
Mhm.
instead of an actual tree.
Exactly, it's a memory of a
Okay.
tree. It's not what a tree looks like.
It's like
And
leaving the
farther
map in
you
a video
go,
game.
The most
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna look around at everyone and be like, I don't think this is real. I think that maybe it's all just sort of an illusion. Can I sort of like move my hands and see what like it'll pass through and see if there's anything sort of solid around us?
sense around you, and the closest you are to Valmir, the texture and the actual touch of the objects makes more sense. And as you go farther, they just feel smooth and textureless.
Am I just walking into like a blank space?
Almost as the farther you go, it's not exactly blank, but it's blurred out. Like from afar, you would see the scene with the horizon line and all of that, but it stops making sense the farther and farther you go.
Does it just turn sort of so it just turns into sort of watercolors, like a mesh of
Exactly,
colors?
like in that case, since it's a night scene, it's like these dark blue watercolors that start expanding to nothingness, that just completing the world.
Does it remind me of anything?
You would, if you really try, if you want to recognize this place, a history check really difficult because it's really difficult where you are. And while you're doing that, Valmir, you could hear your actual friends talking, your Relic and Valtor talking, but it was like they seem so far, even though you can see them, even though they are translucent quite near to you. You can almost hear them, but it's really difficult to actually grasp what they're saying, and you really have to pay attention to that. And you remember that scene, you used to, every night you have scenes like that, so it's difficult for you to recognize. But with a 26 in investigation, there's an uneasy feeling in you. You feel like you've been here before indeed. And it seems to not be, your memory seems to be a little bit blurry, but suspiciously blurry, let's say. It's like you're trying to hide something from yourself. History, Valtor. Yeah, you don't really know where it is.
Yeah, no.
It's really difficult from that place. What you know, Valmir, is that this must be someplace in Merchantry. A village of some sort, but you don't remember exactly what mission you were doing. You recall something about some people asking for your help because there was an untamed beast that was causing some trouble, but other than that, it's starting to get all mixed up in your head. And as you're still thinking, the voice of Brulsel wakes you up. And so, Valmir, what was the name of that girl? Yeah. Can I look my notes?
Laura?
Lara was her name, right? How is it going with her? I mean, I think you really like her, right?
Well, I'm getting old. Maybe it's time to start thinking about that sort of thing, right? She's very kind.
Raphael
yeah.
starts talking to you. Oh, come on, Valmir. Is a woman better than this? Look at the view. And with your friends, you're eating an amazing soup. And you're gonna go back with, I don't know, some dwarvish woman? I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful to her. I'm sure she's amazing, but it's not better than adventuring.
Well, yeah, it might sound crazy, yeah. But she's really nice. She's a brewer. You'd like. She makes great whiskey. You'd like it.
Great whiskey? Well, I could see that. I could see you just drinking whiskey all day and being an old man instead of going adventuring with your friends. Of course.
It's gonna
Come on,
be.
Raphael. You're getting older, and sometimes you have to decide. And let's be honest, nobody really cares about tempers anymore.
Well, you will still keep going, spreading his word, even if I weren't here.
Well, it's what we do. But, well, let's finish this adventure and you will see that you maybe find more energy to continue adventuring, right? I know you're having some doubts, but hey, this is your home, right?
It is.
Guys, Glim starts it's Glim talking. I don't want to interrupt you guys, but we should probably actually rest so that we can save all those people, and not be some drunk tempus clerics trying to do their best and actually be, well, good fighters. So boring, Glim, but
So,
yeah, you're right.
Baltor is just so confused right now about what the hell is going on.
You don't recognize this, like, it's so confusing for you. You see all this scene, but you feel like you're a spectator even though you're in the same place. And if you try to actually interact with these people, you just go past them. You cannot interact with them. You can interact with objects in some sort of way, but it seems to be, you feel way weaker than if you than. And with that, they all go to sleep.
I'm gonna say, it's alright. I'll take the first watch.
You always do. You just want to sleep all night long, huh, princess? And after
You
that,
know me.
everything stops. You don't remember what happened next, so now all you see is everything is stopped, and you see your friends looking at you, your translucent friends. So, what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna continue trying to figure out what the hell is going on. There's can I make any connections between this goddess and what's happening here and see sort of what we need to do to like actually get to the gem?
Make me religion check, and also then for what you know, I will help you a little bit more.
All right.
Can I aid on religion?
Oh,
You can make
I would
religion
love
too.
that. I would
Oh,
love to. I
no.
would love for you to aid me on religion.
So
Is
yeah,
that a
Baltor,
possibility?
for what you've seen, the temple is broken, so you don't have any guarantees that you're ever going to go back. So this could be just your life now.
So this
just
was a trap.
living in Valmir's
This was a
memory. That's
So
a
this.
trap.
What
They
the
captured
hell?
you.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Baltor is then suddenly in a panic, thinking that he's going to be trapped in this asshole's memory forever.
Ever.
That's literally hell for Baltor. He's just gonna look. He's gonna go try to shake Balmir and be like, "What the hell are you doing to me? You did this. You made me sit here through your stupid dinner, and I'm gonna have to do it over and over again forever. You bastard! Oh
Alex
god."
sees Baltor
Push,
freaking
but it
out.
feels so weak that you're not even moving. It's like almost a hush of wind.
Yeah.
Hush, whatever it's.
I think
Okay.
Durax is
You
still
see-
just laying on the
man.
ground. Just,
Yeah, I
Still crying.
just crying.
go and grab Baltor,
Like,
and I
everyone's
like
God.
just like pull his face to mine, and I'm like, you know what's going on here? What's happening to me? Who are these people? Who am?
Everyone.
Faceless guy, Baltor.
Everyone, this is partially real, but it's not today. This is 50 years ago. This is my crew that I used to work with before you. This is like my family.
Did you get them all killed?
No. Some of them aren't here today, of course. I'm not sure what we're doing here.
What is missing from this memory?
I was trying to see inconsistencies, but it's hard. I can't exactly pinpoint when this was. I'm estimating 50 years ago or so. But I can't be certain exactly when or where. It's hard.
I would suggest there is something in this that we are not seeing, including yourself.
So yeah, Ishan, with that nat 20. Temple of Nemosin, what do you know about it? It was common for the temple to prove its intruders, or let's say fighters, or its adventurers with memories. It is something that was common in this temple because through memories they can discover not only their past but what they have to do for their future, and that's what they were trying to reach. There were different trials that they have to go on related to memories, and after that they have a final trial against the Sphinx, you recall. And after that, if they were good enough and they were worthy, they will receive the jewel that you're looking for. However, the temple is now broken, as you can see, and it seems that it's difficult to predict what is going to happen from now on, and you don't know exactly if the memories are going to be correct or if they are corrupted the same way that the golems were. So you're right in thinking that maybe there's something missing, or maybe there's some elements that were going to be changed here. You don't think it's going to be you're going to be stuck. You just think that Valmir needs to remember and to actually make sure that he remembers, okay, to move on.
You said a sphinx?
Sphinx, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, fun.
Cool dudes and dudettes, yeah.
And so I'll go to Balmer and it's like, try your best to remember, my friend. It is imperative that you recall all of what happened here, not just part of it.
What will happen next?
It may be unpleasant for you. It may be something you wanted to forget. That's why we're not seeing it. It may be something you want to hide from us or just from yourself. But we need to know the truth in order to proceed.
Well, I don't want to proceed yet. I haven't seen these people in ages.
Sometimes the past is hard to let go of.
They're
Especially
not
when-
real.
Mhm. They were.
What's not real? You kind of.
This memory.
Durax
If you just look
looks
over
up.
here,
It's not real.
look, it's
Real.
not. If you just walk a little ways, a few steps away from Balmir, it all starts falling apart. It looks like a watercolor painting. It's not
So how
quite
do you
finished
explain
yet.
me? What?
Perhaps
What's
your
wrong with me?
perhaps this is your body outside.
So
of-
what are we seeing?
It's
Yeah, what do we
a
see
shapeless
about it?
humanoid creature.
It's a what?
like a mannequin almost, a shapeless, faceless humanoid creature that it's really difficult to tell what it actually is.
Well,
Perhaps this space does not cater to inorganic bodies.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
it's the Temple of Memories. Maybe your memories are just a mess.
I'd say this whole place is a mess.
I remembered everything from when I was created. I don't know why it would look like this if it had to do with memories.
Perhaps it's because you don't remember what you looked like before you were created.
No, Amnano said that the Warforged were created from the souls of sacrificed slaves, but why would I still be seeing connections to that body? I don't understand what's going on.
I don't think any of us really understand what's going on right now. I think we got to get through this memory, and then perhaps there'll be another one that'll explain what the hell is happening. So come on, Balmir.
So you guys are saying this isn't real, and then like Drax just like sits up and like wipes his tears away. He's like, this isn't Devil's Dream.
No, this is something else completely. We're not. What are you talking about, Delver's Dream? We're a continent away from Delver's Dream.
I don't know why I thought it was Devil's Dream and it was destroyed. I got hysteric there
Balmir,
for a bit.
Balmir, pull yourself together, boy.
Balmir,
I'm okay.
did you stay in this cave with your friends?
Well, no, we were on a mission here to kill something, but I can't remember what.
Did you
Well, that's
stay?
probably the missing part of it.
Did you stay with your friends in this cave? You said you were taking first watch, yes?
I think we were just staying here for the night.
Then maybe for us to go forward, you need to leave the cave.
I don't want to leave the cave.
Oh, good lord.
It's difficult when we're visited by ghosts from our past. Sometimes all you want to do is run. But the braver thing is to stay and face them and move on.
You see, Ishana, Samuro looks at you. Yeah? Is that what you do?
It's like I don't even
Okay.
like hesitate. I just look up and go, some things are better left forgotten.
Could the two of you leave your drama for after we're not stuck in some crazy old goddess's temple, please?
Okay. Valmy, listen to me. Do you remember what's next? If you do not, maybe you can just, well, continue living the day as if you were doing it now. You're the same person. Maybe the memory continues.
Oh, good lord. Are we going to have to sit here for 8 hours while you take a damn watch?
Why don't you go feed Daisy?
Pardon me?
Daisy in
Well-
that space, you see how Daisy sees herself, and it's just a puppy.
Yeah, of course.
Just a hyena
Alright.
puppy. Just looking.
Of course it is. Hello, Daisy. Is she small enough that I can pick her up?
Yeah, it's super small. Just
Yeah.
like
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna grab Daisy. I'm gonna pick her up and start petting her, and I'm gonna pull out like a little thing from my pack and feed it to her. Be like, Daisy's just fine. It's us that aren't fine, and we need to get this bastard to actually relive the damn memory, apparently. So get on with it, Palmir.
Valmir, you actually had to fall asleep. Maybe you have to, well, just let this happen and see what's the next memory. Right now, time seems to be stopped. Maybe you fell asleep in that moment, so you don't remember anything more.
Very well. I'm just going to, like, before I go to sleep, I'll just, like, take a look at the group. I'll sort of sit down next to Glim for a second, just take a good look at him. Look over at Rafir. And I'll go to bed.
And as you close your eyes, for everyone, it seems like the world just disappears for a second. It's just a black space. And it
Oh.
not too long until you hear a voice just like echoing through all the room you're right now in this undefined space. Oh man,
I'm gonna pet Daisy and just be like, it's okay. It's okay. Everything's just fine, Daisy.
Valmir, wake up, princess! And after that, you open your eyes and the world forms again. You're in the same cave. The fire has extinguished. You can smell the fireplace when the charcoal and the smell of a wore down fireplace. And the scenery is the same, but the day has finally arrived. So, you ready to hunt some monsters? Or you want to go, I don't know, to merchantry and marry an old dwarf woman?
I'm ready.
Let's go then. As you see, Glim just gives you his hand to help you, wake up and stand up.
Take it.
After that, you continue and you start seeing that as you get farther and farther, the world around you seems to be changing as you move. For you, it's completely normal, but you guys that can see around, you see all these changes, and you see as the world starts to blur out what he was before, and it starts to form where the places he's going, the same way as before, until the sounds of citizens, screams, and just a pandemonium of sound just invades the area. You don't. It was so short the time you were walking, and it wouldn't make sense physically to get so far so quickly. But it seems like your mind has these gaps in it, and you got way farther in the road. And you see on the top of a hill a little town where at first it seems to be quite difficult to know what's happening. What are they running from? Why are they screaming? What is happening? It's just a normal village. And then fires start arising. And you start remembering as the beast that you were looking for starts to be quite clear for you. So guys, you can put your tokens over here.
Oh dear. Are we got Oh, that's a beast?
Oh
Oh
god.
Lord. That looks gross. Looks like a gross beast. Where are we gonna put our tokens?
More or less over here, guys. If you want, since you are not in the with Valmir itself, you can put your tokens wherever you want in that space. You can move freely.
Well, is Daisy still a puppy?
It's still a puppy, yeah.
Okay, then I won't put Daisy out there. I'll put Baltor out there. And since I'm not riding Daisy right now.
I mean, you can try. I mean, it's a memory. Who knows what is possible here?
It's like ride Daisy like a skateboard.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Like super
Baby
small
Daisy.
with your knees in your head. Alrighty, so let me select those. Valmir,
Just getting my character sheet up, sorry. Where are we? Down to the left.
with your friends, more or less, yeah. You can see Rafir in the back, Russell, and Glim. Now you start remembering there was, what was the name of that piece? History check with advantage, Valmir. And all of you can do a check too. Maybe you can help Valmir remember.
A nature check?
Nature,
Or
yeah.
history? Okay.
Even though it looks weird as fuck, it's supposed to be a beast. Well, it's
Oh.
monstrosity, but it's beast-like.
Well, I got a 20, so
You got a
No.
20?
I sure did.
Oh, sorry, I was rolling.
I got a 20 also.
Ew.
I only got 17.
So yeah, Valmir, you don't remember what it is, and it's a blurred creature. It's bull-like. You can see like flames coming out of his body, but nothing more than that. And you hear both relic, or what you think is relic, and Baldur just kind of whisper, Gorgon? And with that, it suddenly appears to you. You see the bladed large bull just trampling through the town and destroying everything that it encounters. You can hear the screams of the women and the child. So the men trying to fight them with no sense they were going to be able to do anything. That was your mission all along. And now you're here again. So, what do you do as you see that? You see that your friends are just frozen in time as you see that the Gorgon is just trampling through all this space.
Do I remember what I did the first time?
Do you remember that the feeling of wanting to help these people no matter what, and you know that you have to attack the beast? That's what you did.
I turn to, well, both groups sort of at the same time, and I'll say, all right, we do this today for Tempest.
And all your friends scream with you.
I unsheath my sword, raise my shield, and I charge.
All right, let's do some combat action.
Oh, Lord.
Do we still have our gear?
You still have your gear.
Okay.
Even though it's weird for you, it's gonna be I don't want to mess you up so much. So you can roleplay me how it's looking instead with your new appearance.
So I have a question. Do I, like, as an inventor and as a, as someone that loves tinkering and exploring their reality, I feel like I would have seen if I can actually, like, shift this reality at all. Do I have any control over it without, or is it just Balm?
So you can shift slight things about the reality. You have will and strength with physical things, but you see that for you there was a certain, especially the farther you go from the memory, so it's not as clear for Valmir, you have certain freedom for creation of them.
Okay, do I
If you want to do fancy things with that?
Yeah, well, I wanna see if I can, like, sort of, like, amplify Balmir's abilities in this fight, or if I can, like, decrease the Gorgons, now that I know that it's a Gorgon, if I can inhibit it somehow by concentrating on it, by, like, shifting the reality of what's happening.
For what you've experienced, you need to actually get in there to do it. So you will have to see that in the combat. So let me erase all your things, and then let's do initiative. I don't know if I'm gonna erase the actual ones you have. Just do it again and put the numbers that you got.
I got a 4 because I'm fast.
Okay, there we go. What is my initiative now? There we go. Amazing. Okay, did you see my... No, you don't see it. Where I'm supposed to be.
We don't know anything, Guillermo. We know it's crazy.
It's a crazy thing out here, guy. Okie dokie. Why is that not showing now? Hello there. Oh,
What? Oh God! Is something happening? Something terrible happening?
Oh, we lost
it's
some of
just-
the initiatives, I think.
Well, that's because you guys aren't cool enough.
That's true.
What's going
That's
on
what I've heard too.
over here? Yeah.
alright, finally. So we have Baltor, Balmid, Raxis. We need Relic and Ishan. If you lost yours, just do it again and then put the one that you had before.
Gotcha.
You were just too fast for me to erase the.
That's fine.
the
I
initiative
got
from
it.
last
It's the
session.
same thing anyway.
Okay, well, time for
And-
you.
15, but I'm still top of the initiative anyway.
Well, I'll take the 21 if you want to, so it's gonna be the same.
Okay.
Right, stand in order. I don't see yours, Shan, in the. Remember to select your token and then do it.
I did. This thing is a.
I did see it earlier. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah.
I erased it, so do it again. Basically.
I'm selecting the token and it's just not being a. It's just being a piece of crap.
Okay,
Well,
no problem.
what's your initiative? Because Guillermo can just
was
pop
20.
it.
It was
Yeah.
21 on the first roll.
All right, fabulous.
I can just. Shan, it's not gonna have your nice picture, but hey, so Shan with the 21. Out. Stand in order. And with that, Ishan, it's actually your turn. You have your normal actions, but you feel like the farther away you stay from Balmir, the more you can change how the world is shaped and maybe change the memories of Balmir itself when it gets near to that. That's because you
Okay.
got the 20 large in investigation before and religion, and you know how Nemosin's memories work. So you can be as creative as you want with that.
Okay. I mean. So, like, the further away I get from Balmer, the weirder it all gets, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's it like if I'm my movement ahead of him?
Your movement is the same.
No, yeah, but what is the world change much? Does it go back to that draining watercolor look, or?
Okay, from that place, it's still quite the same. You think you can change things, but things that are not in direct line of sight of Balmer. So, for example, if it's in the other side of a tree and things like that, you can maybe change something, create something. But it has to be something that Balmer is not able to see or grasp, at least in a first glance.
Right. Well, I think this is going to be more useful if we've got to fight this thing anyway, regardless. So I will, as an action,
and
cast
how-
a spell.
How do we know this? How do we know that we could change things, or how does Ashan know it? Did you do a roll?
Ishan knows from the religion rule, and he
Okay.
knows how Nemosin and temples work, and Valters know because of the tinkering and the investigation he did before. Rexis and Relic, you don't really know unless you, are instructed to do that. Or
That's it.
realize that yourself.
I don't know why it's not bringing up the full thing, but I'm casting Bane.
Ooh.
There should,
Okay.
there should be a thing that
Right,
says
Doom.
display in. There you go.
There you go.
There we go.
Alright, so I need to do charisma saving throw. And I get a 4, so I don't think I get it.
That would be a good assumption.
Just like before, just that flaming sword hanging down over the thing's head.
Balmy, you can see the flames, right? It's really difficult to see, really translucent. And it seems like the Gorgon is not really paying much attention to that. They're completely unbothered or they don't notice the presence of that spell on them.
That's good.
So, do you want to do anything else?
What's the range of Bardic Inspiration again? Is it 30 feet?
I think it's 30 feet.
30 or
Yeah.
60.
I think it's 30, yeah.
One of those.
I'm within I'm within range then. I'm going to turn to Balmir. And I'm going to give him Bardic Inspiration and just call out and say, Tempest fires guide you, my friend. Burn it down.
Nice.
Do I hear him?
It's like, actually make me a perception check. Oh my god. English, guys. Diction. 3 tristes tigres
4.
contigo de un trigal. So, since you're not even able to hear him, you don't have to waste your bardic inspiration, but you will not have the effects of that.
Dang.
Quack, quack.
It's a weird
So-
place, guys.
It's a weird place. Alright, next. So, Draxis, before your turn, make all of you, except for Balmir that seems to not notice, make me a perception.
Sapin.
18.
7. You know, it's so pretty now that you're discovering how memories work and seeing far away. It's just like a picture, like a nice art form. So you don't really realize what is going on around you.
Can I make a religion check?
For what exactly? For knowing what Ishan knows?
To know who that person is, because he didn't do any of that before because he just thought the Delver's room was destroyed and was just so
Okay,
distraught.
you can do this religion. So Valtor, same thing. You're just distracted, just by the idea that Daisy's
Yeah.
looking so cute.
She is.
She's so
16.
cute.
And I need everyone to know just how cute Daisy is. That's my mission during this. While Daisy is a tiny puppy instead of a large hyena.
That's why Daraxis is so distracted. You're just holding Daisy up in Daraxis' face.
Aww.
Right.
Like, Daisy.
Isn't she so
It is
cute?
very, very cute, Daisy.
Isn't she just the cutest?
All right, Duraxis, you would assume the same thing as Ishan. You think that Nemosin, the Temple of Nemosin, you recognize a little bit about it, and you will think that you will be able to distort the memories the farther you go from Balmir and whatever he's not able to see. Just like, oh, it was there all along for him, but he needs to not see it in the first place.
Okay.
However,
Oh.
Relic and
Mhm.
Ishan, you realize a strange shadowy forms moving in the background, approaching to that, and they're the same consistency as you, so you don't think it belongs to Valmir's memories. And as they move along, you see as the background changes as they go through. The house just starts flaming, the river starts to has this putrid smell to it, and this black look instead of the crystalline waters they had before. And they're just moving here, and you see that one of them approaches the organ and just grabs the sword from Bane and just makes it disappear completely.
Oh my.
Some of them keeps moving, and they seem that 2 of these are going towards you. Balmir, you're not able to see what's going on with those. It's not on your line of sight. You don't know what's happening. And with that, Duraxis, it's your turn. Now that the shadowy forms are near to you, you do realize that they're approaching you, but you don't see how they are changing the scenery as
Okay.
they move.
But I see the scary shadow people.
You do see the scary shadow people.
Okay. Duraxis is gonna go. He's gonna be like, okay, we're gonna go back here. Let me roll down a little bit. Can I go through? Can I go through here?
You can, and you can go
There.
through objects if you want.
What?
You can go through the houses and objects.
Oh, I can.
Yeah. It's gonna look a mess inside because Balmir doesn't know what it's inside.
Okay.
But hey, maybe you can change things then.
Can I see this guy from here?
Actually, make a perception check.
Is the thing translucent? Perception check. Okay.
The same way as you, yeah. I have a stat if I recall correctly.
13.
You see as it's trying to dissolve himself into the shadows, so you cannot see it, but you can see the shape of it. Like the tree has an oddly shaped shadow, and you can sense that he must be there,
Okay.
Oh Lord.
or it must be there. I don't even know that it's a gender thing.
They.
Okay.
I just
Duraxis he's gonna hold his action with a firebolt, and just he's not. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm trying to decide whether or not Duraxis feels like that are they clearly sinister, like that he would just like attack them on sight.
I mean,
he
maybe
didn't see like what they were doing, did he?
you didn't see. You can make an insight check
Okay.
or an arcana check if you want to know what they are.
Let's see insight because I'm a little bit better.
A little bit better at that.
15.
I mean, call me, I don't know, racist or racist against shadows, but they normally are not up to good.
No, for sure.
They're not really up to good, and you wouldn't assume that they are here for making friends.
That's fair. All right, we'll shoot a firebolt. See what happens.
Oh dear.
Okay. Now?
All right.
I think you hit, yeah?
Oh dang!
Excuse
5
me?
damage.
Heck yeah, let's go.
There we go.
Is he dead? He's dead, right?
Totally
It
dead.
is not. Actually, you feel like half of the fireball actually. Well, you know what? Normally it would be like that, but not in this plane.
Yeah,
So, yeah, you see
Baltor
the
can't
fireballs-
see, so Duraxis made it really, really powerful.
So I still have I like even seen these things yet? Like there's combat happening. Am I even aware? that
You're aware of
there's something going on?
You're not aware of the shadow on that Drax is attacking. You're aware of the other one that's the closest to you.
The
Well, not
the
the
one
one-
that got the Gorgon.
Both in the one in the Gorgon. You can see that the one that ripped
And
out the
is-
vein.
So you said the Gorgon disappeared?
Not the Gorgon. The vein sword that Ishan did. It disappeared.
Oh, I see.
They got rid of that. They can change the reality too. It seems like.
Oh.
So yeah, you hit the shadow of the tree with your fireball, and you see as this creature is just crawling in and trying to extinguish the flames, and finally goes to the river for a while, and just you see as it starts looking at you with its black eyes.
Yeah,
And
Duraxis
that's
is
what-
really disturbed, so he's gonna be like, no.
Ugh.
No
He's
man.
like,
No man.
yeah, no.
Some of that. That's gross.
Palmyra, your turn. You see the Gorgon, it's looking at you. You feel like it wants. You remember that you had to, both charge at the same time. At least that's what's in your memory. Maybe you can change it so the battle has a better outcome.
I think at this point, Balmir is going to try to follow his memory as closely as possible, and I think his memory is just charging this thing. That's the sort of thing he would do when he was young.
Okay.
So he's going to move. Let's see here.
So the Gorgon is approaching you at the same time. So you're both charging at each other.
Fantastic. That's the way I like it. All right.
Oh my God.
He's just going nuts towards you.
Oh, that is perfect. All right. Yeah, I'll charge right up to him.
Make
You know, Palmer-
strength, athletics checks against the beast,
All right.
and then you can do your turn.
Would I be proficient in this?
Whatever the
Yeah, that's
new
fair.
sheet says.
10.
All right. He got
I
an
only
11.
had 2 proficiencies, so I wasn't sure if it was right, but I might just be salted that I'm not proficient in athletics. And 10's not bad, though.
Okay,
Not bad.
you both clash together, and you see as they're a little bit stronger than you, so you have to go back a few feet and it's trampled towards you. So make just 1d4 damage since you feel the heat of its blades on your skin. But other than that, it's not that. It wasn't that far off.
I'm fine.
Okay, just a 1. It was a little scratch. And with that, you can continue your turn normally.
It's but a scratch. And I'm like pushing my shield up against him as it's sort of pushing me back, and I'll just have my longsword in the other hand and start just stabbing through.
Give it to me.
Was
Alright.
Balmir a paladin 50 years ago? Is that or a fighter?
Nope. He looks like a fighter, yeah.
He looks like
Yeah,
a fighter.
Balmir usually, as long as you know him, he's worn like sort of scale mail or half plate with like this thick apron over. Now he's just wearing this shiny plate armor
Yeah.
with like a red cape. He's got pretty much the same
God.
shield, but it's much more like polished. Instead of a warhammer, he's wielding a longsword. There's still black in his beard. It's not white completely yet.
All right, so you do in fact hit 9 plus 5, yeah. And you feel as the sword just like butter is getting through the Gorgon. People that are seeing that, you don't really know if actually it went that way, or that Balmir really thinks that he was so strong that he could just go through the Gorgon's defenses with no problems. But you feel like you're just going through that thing. You feel the scream and you feel the air of from the Gorgon just sniffing from his nostrils.
Oh god.
And and with that, you get your sword out and you see like this flame bursting from its head, this green flame, and just joining the other flames that is around his body. And with that, anything else you want to do on your turn?
Oh lord.
With two-weapon fighting, we've been a bit looser on this. Can I smash him with my shield as well?
I mean, sure, fine.
Ooh.
Try to
Rude.
smash it.
What kind of check do I make for
It's your
that?
memory.
Yeah, dude.
Is that an unarmored strike?
Aim for hitting as the sword, and then the damage is let's make just one.
I seem to remember one shot killing the Gorgon.
Yeah, kinda. Wow.
I picked him up and I yeeted him over a building.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
19.
I rode him like
You do
a
hit.
bull, or like
Now
he is a
1d4 for the
bull.
damage.
3.
Alrighty. And then, well, how do you do it actually?
Yeah, as he's like dragging me in the ground somewhat, I try to take a stand and I stab down and I try to hold him back with the sword instead for a second. I just bash him with the shield while I have the sword inside of him, and then I just drag it out again and keep working with the shield.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Alright, relic, or what we think is relic. What are you gonna
Right.
do?
So I saw these shadowy figures earlier. Can I tell, like, in this moment, which one's the bigger threat, the Gorgon or the shadow creatures?
For what you see from Ishan, it seems that whatever you do to the Gorgon seems to be not really noticeable or not really impactful. However, the shadows are on the same plane as you, and you saw that Jurax's flame did make a lot of damage to that shadow.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go
Well, they're not
after
really
a.
helpful.
I'm gonna start heading over towards the shadow creature then.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Alright. As you go there, you see as the scenery, it's quite odd. Falmin is not able to see through here, so everything here is just a mess of color, but there are not really plants. The river seems to just be a black, well, brushstroke that is just flowing through this space, modified by that river before.
From what everybody else was doing with like changing the scenery and everything, can Relic try and see what he can do to like aid him in, I don't know, like right now, what, like, I don't exactly know how to put it. Oh jeez.
Whatever you come up with.
Can he create something to like kind of push him closer towards one of these guys, like move the ground or whatever to like close the gap
So
between them
tell
a
me
little
that
bit.
with some assertiveness. Tell me that with some
I
sure about
I
what you're
want
saying.
to
And make it
change
happen.
the world right now, and I want to
In what
like
way?
close the gap between me and the guy right here.
Just
Alright,
like
since you're a
delete part
magic
of the map.
caster,
Yeah, just to cut and like glue the map together right there.
That's cool.
alright. So do it as if you
Can
were
I
casting a spell.
can I see this happening at this point, or am I still completely distracted?
You can kind of see what's going on, but it's difficult because you have a tree on your line of sight. But you know that Relic is there doing something weird.
Okay, so Relic, he doesn't dream. He doesn't do any of that stuff. He is very, very connected to the reality that he's in whatsoever. So what he's going to do is he's going to because he's still the calculative learning creature that he's always been. So he's just going to look around, see that everything's kind of watercolor, think to his magic, look at his hand, put his hand on the ground. You see as like rings of blue start going around, and it's just runes, and the ground in front just kind of collapses, shifts closer, and the guy, I want him to be like as close as I can get him to me.
Okay, make a magic spell check.
A magic spell
Like
check.
if you were
Okay.
casting an Eldritch Blast or something like that. So see how effective are you with your
Like a spell
reality
attack
shifting.
roll.
Since Valmir is not looking at that, you're gonna have maximum shape-shifting powers or whatever.
Oh shit! I got a 25.
Oh my
Holy
God.
cow!
So yeah, not only
So,
not
yeah.
only do that, but you see as the terrain engulfs the shadow, and you can see that it engulfs until his neck, and you just approach it to your face. You just have it
Oh my
presented
God.
to you like a candy, almost waiting for be eaten by you.
Duraxis just is like,
You can do that.
Can I attack him? Like a bonus
That was
action?
your
and
action. But if you
That
have
was
any
my act-
bonus, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll use my my 2-weapon fighting to just hit him with my arm blade,
All right, give it to me.
and I crit fail.
Oh dear.
I'm still kind of getting up from like shifting the world, and I look at my hand again and realize my arm blade doesn't fit the way it did before, and when I activate it, it kind of just like fades through. I'm just like, I see Duraxis now, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, man.
It's just so weird to you.
I'm lost,
Yep.
and that'll be my turn.
Duraxis feels better that Relic is fighting the shadows, but he's like so confused.
All
Yeah,
right,
oh my
guys.
God.
More things going your way.
Hmm.
Wait,
So at the you don't need
going
to
our
do
way or
it.
coming our way? Oh, yeah, okay.
At the glimpse of just a little glimpse, you can see all the creatures just appearing from thin air, and well, when you realize
Oh
they
my
just
God.
puff and they teleport to each one of you.
That guy's in a building. That's cheating.
Of course I'm cheating. I'm the DM. I can do that shit.
That's rude.
He's underneath the roof. There's a little overhang.
Oh, they're like in this weird space between the roof and between you. Like it's really inconsistent. You don't really know what's going on, but you can see as they try to just scratch you. You can see their necrotic hands just trying to make a withering touch at you. So
Duraxis does one of these. Ooh.
It just throws up right there. Like,
one,
dude, you're
okay,
ugly
that's
as heck.
one.
Get your nasty fingernails away from me.
I'm definitely gonna
Alright.
like
That's going on.
hold Daisy
Shan, I
away
guess
from
a
him.
6 does not hit. Okay, 8. The 16 is actually the 13 is Duraxis. I think I don't hit anyone. Does a 13 hit Duraxis?
Nope.
So how do you? I mean, you can shapeshift reality, all of you, because Valmir is not looking at you. So how do you get out of the grasp? So let's start with Ishan.
Ishan's like sees this thing just pop into existence next to him, and he still have his mage armor up. And so he sees the attack just coming in, he just puts an arm up, and just this shield of golden fire just erupts from his arm for a second, and it just like bounces off, and as his arm comes down, it just dissipates again.
And you see as the hand of the creature just dissipates, looks at you, and then forms another one. Okay, next. Valtor, how does your get, repelled?
So as soon as it appears in front of me, I just lower one of my glasses into place to sort of try to study it, and every time it sort of like tries to grab at me, I just sort of like push his arm aside. I'm just like, what do you know? I'm trying to see. I'm trying to look.
No.
No. What are you doing?
I mean, you never saw a ghost or any type of shadow before, but you would swear that he's pissed off. Just like,
Yeah, but I need to investigate this. This is really important. Like, just no, get your arm out of the way. I want to see what you look like. So,
Okay, Draxis.
So one of the things, like going to swipe, Diraxis does not want to touch it, so he forms Mage Hand, and with just one finger, because even with Mage Hand, he still doesn't want to touch it. He puts the Mage Hand, one finger here on the guy's forehead, so that he pushes him back just enough, so that when he swipes, he misses, and he's like, ugh.
You can hear these, like, airy sound, like, trying to hit you.
It's like
very
when
mad.
the big kid holds your head and you're trying to swing.
Yeah.
oh my god.
But it's with
Okay,
Mage
and
Hand with one
finally-
finger because it's gross to touch me with Mage Hand.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it
How
is.
about you?
So Relic sees this guy kind of teleport right next to him and swipe at him, and it doesn't even hit his armor or anything. That's not why it missed him. He's still kind of looking at his hand, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm not really here." And then the swipe just kind of goes like right through Relic's opaque form.
Transparent form?
Yeah, transparent form. Transparent, opaque.
Well,
kind
it's
of,
like
no.
literally the
Exactly
literally
the opposite.
It's literally the opposite, but hey,
No, it's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it just goes right through his
Fine.
ghostly form. There, that works.
it just looks weirded out. It's like they figured it out that quickly. Come on. And after that, it's Valter's turn.
Okay. So, I'm assuming at this point I've sort of seen reality being shifted around me. I've
Oh, yeah.
started seeing that. Do I see his friends behind me? Baltor's friends behind me.
Not actually. There's like some type of blur where they should be. You know, like minimalistic pictures of them, something like a blur with the same colors they used to have.
Sure. Do I understand what they are?
Yeah, you understand which should be Gleam, which should be Bruxelles, and which should be Rakir.
Okay. I am going to, since I can shift things now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step away. I'm just going to like head right over here, and I am going to see if I can't just empower all of them as much as I can, because I know that they're friends. They were the friends of Balmir, so they'll be on our side.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I'm gonna try to make them not only bring them make them solid, but make them like maybe even more powerful than they were when they were in Balmir's memory.
Okay, make me a spell check the same way as Relic did, and see how good are you at that.
So like a
Come
spell
on.
attack.
Not 20.
Yeah, spell attack. Yeah.
Okay. Oh Lord, come on, do me right. 23.
Ooh, yes!
All right.
So how do you want to build them? Do you want them to have better armors? Do you want them to be like buffer? How do you build it? You have freedom.
Do I understand? Seeing the old memory, were there any hints as to what they were, like what their role was?
Yeah, you know that Bruxelles should be a ranger or something like that. She had a bow and arrow. She had this special way of her at when she was looking around. You could sense that. Rafid was the cleric, of that you're sure, for the symbols he was wearing of Tempus and the multiple divine symbols. And Glim, you would swear it's a rogue.
Okay, then what I'm going to do is I am going to focus on for the rogue and the ranger. Well, for the rogue, I'm going to focus on his feet and see if I can't make him super speedy and dexterous. For the ranger, I'm going to focus on her arms to see if I can't make her super strong and powerful. And for the cleric, I'm going to focus on his heart and see if I can't make him wise and glorious in the light of Tempest.
All right. You go to Glim and you wrap your hands around his ankles and just with a sweeping motion, you like a brush stroke, you make like these feathers coming out of his feet, like if Mercury itself was presenting here. Then you go to Rulsel, you look at his arms and just wrap your hands around them, and you see as they grow larger and symbols start forming around all the surface. And finally, you go to Rafid and you just get onto his hardest, penetrating its chest, and just start modifying it. You can see as his eyes start glowing with a light, just looking at the Gorgon. They now seem completely formed and empowered for the next attacks.
Nice. And I'm going to, I'm just gonna pet Daisy and be like, "See, Daisy, you can do something like that too." And I would love for like a little bone to just pop into existence in
You got a
Daisy's
funny
mouth.
tape, of course. You figured that out for that turn. She seems quite enthralled, and he's just like,
So
he just starts playing with the bone, not really
there's a
seeing the
little
combat.
bone, and it literally looks like a cartoon drawing of a bone.
Yeah, super badly drawn. All right, anything else you want to do? I mean, I think you've done enough.
No,
but
I'm good.
who knows?
Oh, wait.
You've done enough.
Sorry. I'm assuming that was my action.
Yeah, your action.
Okay, so I guess I don't think I can do anything else with my bonus action.
No, because you didn't summon your fiend.
I sure did not. So
Next time.
Yeah.
All right, it's the Gorgon's turn. Which you remember that the first hit it wasn't you, Valmir, and let's see if did it hit? You don't really recall. Did it hit or did it not? So let me look at this. Was it 18 hit? The new Valmir?
Just hits.
Would you look at that? It's just one of those? Oh, come on. I mean, I guess it does do a lot of damage. That's, well, not that much, 12 damage. As you feel the horn just penetrating your chest, you can feel it. It's not really deep in, so you can just back up a little bit that you feel this wound, and you feel like your blood is, you feel the warm blood just dripping through your chest. But after that...
Klaus?
Hmm?
Where's Klaus? We haven't
That's
thought
not
about
what you
Klaus.
need him. He wasn't burned yet. So
No.
Another
after a
50 years.
second, you
Okay.
kind of feel yourself fading away when a comforting heat starts surrounding you. And as you look back, you see Rafir with its eyes glowing with this light. And you never thought of him this way, but maybe he was more powerful than you thought. And you feel like this energy wrapping around you and healing you, and you feel stronger and empowered. You have haste, not only are healed to full now, you also have haste for the next 2 turns.
I'm healed to full?
Healed to full, and you have haste now. With
Damn.
that, you, in the blink of an eye, you see as just Gleam goes into the back of the creature and just, with a few strips, you don't know how many of them there were, but you kind of hear the daggers clashing with the armor plates, and you see as fire starts bursting through the wounds of the beast. And with that, Gleam goes back to its position, and you see as the wings just fade out, as you start remembering that he never had wings in his ankles. And after that, you see a rain of arrows going up in the air, and then you see as the Gorgon just tries to maintain the composure, but you see as all the arrows are just penetrating its plate armor and just tries to shake it out, and then these flames burst, pushing you a few feet away, and looks at you with these flaming green eyes, ready to kill. Not only you, but your friends, as you see as all of them are surrounding you, now in the normal state again, as you remember the way they used to be. And you know that you're in with head. And with that, it's Sham's turn again.
Okay. Let's gonna look at this shade and it's like, I've had enough of this. Pulls out his rapier and is going to, as an action, cast Green Flame Blade and attack it.
Alright. You're gonna attack the spirit?
The spirit, yeah.
Alrighty, give it to me. That's the damage, I think, not the actual
This
hit,
thing
so I get
is
that too.
not.
Because I think you have to do also your normal attack, maybe, I don't know.
Oh, for God's sake, it won't let me roll it. This is why I hate D&D people.
It's only to you, it works for us. You're messing
Yes,
that up.
it does not like me.
D&D Beyond races, confirmed. Confirmation.
I'm really getting
That's
fucked
right.
up for this now.
Okay, just do the normal attack, 1d20 plus whatever you have, and we will see what it gets. We can do it the hard way. Rapier. 16 needs a hit indeed, yep.
Cool.
So now the rapier damage plus the fire, I guess.
So then damage will be. Ooh!
Nice.
Maximum damage plus 3, so 13.
Alright, just enough. So Valmir is indeed looking at you, however, you can, even though it's not in as much as your friends that are not being looked by Valmir, you can change a little bit, right? So how do you destroy that specter?
It's just, as it comes out of the sheath, I'm just gonna cast the spell, so it just erupts with like this coppery green flame, and just as it comes out of the sheath, it's just up and through the head.
You see us just shifts, and you see as a green flame just in the middle of its body and just gets consumed by the flames and disappears like it never was there.
Oh, I love it.
All right, the shades.
Oh
Right,
dear.
I'm gonna
The
try to
yucky
see.
shade.
Jackie shades.
Well, before we do the shades roll, we have been waiting for a while on Vedetta's call for push-ups.
Oh, I did those when he said them.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Well
to
then.
make us even
Oh,
buffer,
well,
huh?
Darlston is in fact helping and just
You
gave
need to-
us
Yeah.
Ooh.
disadvantage.
Darlston.
Thank you so much, Charleston.
Yo,
Thanks.
Charles,
Thank you,
you're an
Dan.
OG, bro. Thank you.
So with the 7
Yeah.
against you, ready, the first shadow, you see us tries to grab you with his arms, and it does touch you, and you feel like these vines growing around you, these black vines with what's the name of that? What roses have that are
Thorns.
spiky.
Thorns.
Horns, yeah. These horny vines,
Oh.
not horny. Ah!
Thorns.
Vines,
Horny.
horns,
With the TH.
to go around you, but you just with your
Horny
capacity
vines.
to change reality yourself, you just
I know a lot about those.
blink, and the plants just dissipate, and you see as they start rotting and just transform into dust. So the attack is not successful at all. Another shade tries to go for Valmir actually, and you will not have actually anything to go against that because you don't see what's going on.
Does he run by me like
So-
that?
Well, it's uncorporeal, so it's like going on top of you, like flying. And you see as the creature just goes through the minds of Valmir and just strikes him and take 1d6 psychic damage. Valmir, no questions asked.
Should I roll that?
Yeah,
Oof.
right, 6 damage. And as he does that, you will see as the reality starts shifting. You feel like the ground is shaking and the constructions and the architecture just starts changing. The colors of the houses change. The river starts to change colors. You see as the terrain seems different. Everything seems to change. And for the second, you don't really recall what's going on. Where are you? Who are these people? And after a second, you go back and you see as reality comes back to normal. And finally, this shape goes to the Gorgon, and you see as it touches its horns, and just like an illusion, it starts creating a similar pair of those, and it starts molding into its head. And you can see as the Gorgon now has 2 pairs of horns.
Oh my god.
And after that, it's Dirax's turn.
Ew.
Direxis is going to. These guys are incorporeal.
They're supposed to be, but you're doing full damage as for what you can see.
Okay.
But yeah.
So Diraxis is going to. There's my mouse. Diraxis is going to do a mind sliver attack on the one that's right next to him.
Oh dear.
So he's gonna
Alright.
he's gonna close his eyes and he's going to imagine a giant spike coming out of his head and shooting into this asshole, yucky, gross guy's head.
So the spell. Alrighty, give it to me. CD 16 intelligence. Okay, let me go there.
DFB smirt.
Not
Yes,
enough.
smart.
Not smart enough.
Oh no.
He's
Oh,
not
yeah.
smart enough.
Nope, a 7 only.
Yay!
Yeah.
So he has disadvantage on the next save. Yes.
Okay.
Minus
So,
minus D
Mhm.
1d4 for the next save.
Alright, so you see as this spike comes out of his head, and you see it's kind of crumbling, like a glitch trying to come back to reality, and after a while it's able to, but you see as the shape it's taking now is quite odd, different from the one in the way it was before. Do you want to do anything else?
No, that's it.
Alrighty, so Valmir, your turn again.
Oh
It
dear.
seems like the Gorgon. Did he have 4 horns? You don't remember. It's difficult to recall. It was monstrous and huge, and you were so scared of him at first. But now with your friends by your side, you feel like you can defeat anything.
Alright, and that's
Like
Priscilla next to me.
Yeah,
The power of friendship.
Rosella, Glim, and Rafir.
Balmir's, he's very quickly falling back into the role of this adventurer that he used to be, and he's immediately just sort of getting back into who he used to be, and he's just shouting orders to the rest of his companion, just like he used to, and he's going to go up again, shield in hand, sword in the other, and try to slice at this fucking beast.
Let's go. Give it to me.
Alright.
Get him.
Get him. Get it.
14.
Not quite enough.
Oh no.
So you try to hit, and for a moment you doubt, did I actually
Oh.
hit that? And as you go there, your
Didn't
sword
Ishan
breaks,
give
and
you bardic inspiration?
no, he lost it
Didn't hear
because
it.
he couldn't hear it. So shut the fuck up. And that moment of doubt in your mind, was I able to actually hurt him? Just makes your sword disappear for a moment. You look at your hands and you grab your sword again, but you see as the beast is looking at you again with its green, flaming eyes.
Fucking beast! And I'll use my hasted action to attack again.
Oh yeah, you're hasted. I remember that.
Yeah.
That's way better. Oh, and that's a 19. I'm a champion, so I crit on a 19.
Oh,
Yay!
So you hear in your back, "Come on, princess, you can do it better than that." You kind of look a little bit with out of fear, and then you just. Wah!
So that's 12 damage then, since it's a crit.
Oh, you really
Yep.
were a fighter in the past.
He wasn't
Didn't
in the
believe
fighter.
him?
No, I thought we were just joking.
And your sword seems to go actually bigger than it should, and you see as it goes, penetrates all over the beast, and it's just trying to still be alive. You see as it's still holding on. You feel these flames dripping like they were blood and just flaming the ground around it. And after that,
I sort of shout, I thought I remembered you dying easier than this. And I'll use action surge to attack again.
Oh,
let's
heck yes.
Oh my god.
Get it.
Yes, I can.
Just cause.
22.
Heck yeah. The days.
Now you hear Glim. Come on, Valmir, you can do it. He wasn't the best at motivating people, but he was kind of cool. He was kind of shy. Another 8 damage we get. No, 6
no,
damage.
What is
6 damage.
What is
And-
going on?
You get the sword out and you see as the flames burst into your shield, and then you swipe up and you see as the face of the beast gets just destroyed in 2 parts, and you see as it starts reconstructing again, trying to form. You see it's oddly shaped. It's not the way it's supposed to be. You see the eyes not in the same placement, and you see as the horns are starting to take different weird shapes. And after that,
Valmir sort of, he was really living into his role, and he sort of comes back to reality and realizes that it's not really real as that happens, and he's just going to shout it back to Glim specifically. Glim, back away! Don't get too close. And that's my turn.
all right.
Oh god.
So Relic,
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my spell attack roll first, and then describe what I'm gonna do. Okay, let's see. 21. Can I change the world again?
you can change the world. Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
my
so
god.
I-
Valmir
You're
is
changing the
not
world
gonna choose,
every
you have
day.
full freedom.
Ah, thank you. I think back to
And
Nano
yeah.
saying, "It's all right to dream," and I put my hand on the wall next to me, and I actually push my hand. I punch my hand through the wall, kind of grab on. I look behind the 2 people that are right in front of me, the 2 shadow people, and I kind of just create a doorway to like a really bright like plane of existence in my mind, and I just kind of like try and shove them in, like, or I just like have something like reach out and
Ooh.
pull them into it.
With a 21, that's okay. So what's reaching out to them?
Just like a bunch of arms of light, like a bunch of like planar like
Allies?
Planar
planar
allies.
arms. Yeah, planar allies. All of our viewers are doing it. All of them are just reaching out and grabbing them, and then just like
That's right.
dragging them in by their feet as they just can scream and like claw their ways and try to save themselves.
Hear that Irish scream. And after a while, the closed door closes, and the door disappears, and no sign of them to be here anymore. Wherever they were sent,
That's
something like
awesome.
Have a nice time.
I'm just gonna be like, thanks, Nano. You're right.
You can hear them, Nano. It is all right to dream, eh?
Oh shit,
It's all right to dream.
he's here.
God, Goddamn hippie.
Oh god.
So,
Boy.
Walter, I guess that was all. I guess you're fine with that, right?
Oh my god. All right,
Okay,
let's
Walter.
see. Let's see what I'm doing. All right, so what do I have? So what's around me? All right. So there's just the. So I see the two different. They're two different kinds of shadow people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The ones that just appeared. Like I understand that they're aggressive, right?
Kinda.
But have I seen them change reality yet?
No, the ones that attack you, they did not change reality. The
All
only
right,
time.
then I'm gonna go after this guy here, and I am going to be. I'm just gonna look super quick. Let me see first off if I actually can hit with this. That'll be good if I can actually do it. Dear God, please let me hit with it. Where is my ballista? Okay, there it is. It's not really giving me an attack action with it. It's just giving me damage.
doing the individual things. Haha.
Can I just do my my crossbow attack then?
If it's the same, sure.
It should be. Yeah, it's
Then
ranged.
it's fine.
Then I will do that. And let's see. Do I make it? A 10!
Well, that was your
not-
javelin.
so-
I don't know if it's different for your crossbow.
No, it's the same. It's
Okay,
the same
okay.
thing. There's so I am going to sort of try to like sort of tuck Daisy like maybe like up on my shoulder for a minute while she's chewing on a bone, and I'm going to like grab my wrist module and I'm going to sort of like pull a couple levers and turn a couple things, and you see my force ballista pop out of my wrist, and then I am going to like try to shoot at that thing over there, but unfortunately Daisy is like wriggling around up on my shoulder, and so I go a little wide on that. Since it's behind Baltor, can I?
What do you want to try?
I want to try to
What?
alter the thing so that it boomerangs back and hits it anyway.
You know what? Bring it to me. Give me that spell. Give me that.
Give
Who
it
knows
to me.
what's going on in that memory as difficult as Lord knows what.
Let's see.
24.
24!
I mean,
Yo!
wings, springs, just
Like,
goes
I
into
see it,
into the bolt.
like, shoots around, like goes around Relic and around that other guy and behind Balmir, and then smacks him in the ear.
To this guy, by the way.
It is this guy, because I've seen this.
All right.
I've seen these guys alter reality, so I wanna.
Yeah.
I don't want them to screw up what I did with my new friends, with my super strong new friends. All right. Let's see. I am going to let's do some damage. And
Get
it
him.
is. Oh, it's 5. That's terrible. Oh.
As
All
it
right,
barely
1 and a
hits
4.
and
It's almost like a firebolt.
almost going to go through all the shadow and and the shadow just looks around and just with a puff on his hands the arrow disappears.
Oh, dang, I'm
So
sorry.
you see as it's damaged, but he got rid of the majority of the hit using its reality shifting.
So it shifted my reality shifting back.
Yeah. It's like a counter spell battle in MTG. Okay, I'm gonna shift your reality that you're already shifted.
All right, well
Okay,
that's
anything
it for
else?
me. Nope, that's
Okay.
I am good. My puppy is just happy with her little bone.
And
Aw.
finally, what is Valmir? It's important. We need Valmir.
Oh, no.
I need him now.
Is it gone?
He died. He died.
No.
He got eaten by the dragon. That's,
Oh,
what,
no.
that's what happened. That's what happens sometimes.
Red
Well,
dragon
I
appeared.
guess
It
that
do be
like
like
Charlie
that
was not
sometimes.
feeling him.
No.
Like Charlie
Nope.
said, you know what? I won't be able to look at my booty.
Sorry, I can
So
still hear
I
you
need a
guys.
dungeon gun.
Oh, he's back.
Okay, you back?
Oh my god.
I can still hear what you're describing in chat.
Okay.
Okay. So, Falmir, your memory is getting to a place that you're starting to, well, remember exactly what was going on. You remember the last thing on that fight, as the beast just there's this word for that in Spanish, but how do you call when a horse goes in two legs?
Rears up. Like
Rears up. You see
Yeah.
as the beast rears up and just charges its horn attack, basically, and just leaves all his way down. Like,
Okay.
Oh.
There are 3 disadvantages for enemies right now. Just so you know.
So we're gonna make a strength attack, you and I, and see how it goes. And I have, well, disadvantages.
Mhm.
Which, oh Jesus, okay, you have to really do it really bad.
So I have to make a strength check?
Yeah.
Alright.
All right, the
Not
beast goes down, and you just grab the horn of the beast, and with your sword, just
Oh.
stab it in the neck, and you can hear as the last bit of air escapes its nostrils, and just starts
Oh, dear
breaking, like
God.
it's fracturing the reality itself, and just disappears in your hands. And you see your
Oh,
friends
no.
smiling, and after that, it seems that everything turns into a blue space that is surrounding you, and all the shadows come to the same place. And when you think that victory is, well, coming to you, and you're finally victorious, you remember you did defeat the Gorgon. It was glorious, and you saved all these people. And then a voice interrupts you. But it didn't go that way, didn't it? And with that, like a flash of light comes back, and you see as the beast is again in the air, and you try to grab your sword that was not in your hands because you tried to defend before. You didn't remember that. And as you see that you're not gonna make it, it's too slow. And for a second you just hear, fire! And you see Gleam just running towards you and pushes you out of the way. And with that, all the force of the beast just goes all to Gleam. And you can hear its bones cracking. You can feel the blood splashing your face. And after that, you stab the beast. And you see as the beast goes down with your friend too. However, you look at Gleam, or the cadaver that was Gleam, looking at you with its eyes. Dead eyes. You didn't see any shine on them. And just, that was the way it went, right? And you finally wake up and you find yourselves again in the same place as before.
Unacceptable.
Bummer's just like, he's fucked up. No, not again, Glim. I told you to stay back. I told you.
Is Shan's just looking around and just goes, the fuck, what now?
So as everybody's sort of talking, are we back in the shifting staircase room?
Yeah.
Okay, immediately, as soon as Baltor sees this, he's going to look around and see if he can track down where the exit is this time.
Make me a perception or investigation. I guess that it's more perception in that case.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
well, let's try perception then. It's terrible, but
Oh god.
Oh,
You got
no,
2.
31.
I cannot find it.
31.
You're still feeling like you're in this dreamy state, and you don't know what's going on.
How the hell did we get back here?
Relic's gonna try to find the way.
Everybody look for the way out.
Okay.
Vladimir, I know this is difficult for you, but we got to find the way out, or we're gonna be trapped here. We were almost trapped here last time before your memory.
Balmer's inconsolable. He's just sitting on the ground, face down.
Guys,
Alright,
I think we're stuck.
I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna try to like pick him up physically.
Okay.
And is Daisy full size again?
Yeah, you're all normal again. So Relic, you can feel yourself like, well, the Warforged you are once again.
There's like a sigh of relief.
Right, I'm gonna try to get Balmir up onto Daisy's back.
I sort of push him away. No, you don't get it.
Well, of
Can't
course
you
I
get the
don't.
distance?
No,
You see-
don't touch me, Baltor, not right now. Please, fuck off.
Oh my
Another
God.
lorry seems to be passing by. You don't know how much time it's going to stay there. You find a way to go, but you need to move now.
I'm just gonna reach down, grab Bolmir by the scruff of the neck, and use bardic inspiration, and just be like, "Get up, get moving now. No time to dwell on the past."
I told him to stay back. That was supposed to be me.
Yes. We all know. We've all had terrible memories. I'm so sorry about this, Balmir. And then I'm gonna try to help Jace get him up onto Daisy's back so that we can all run for the exit.
All right, so Valmir, how much resistance are you gonna, give?
I sort of push him away. I can walk.
Okay, so it seems that the door is going through really fast, and you see as the staircase kind of be forming, and both Valtor and Ishan, since you're the ones that are understanding this reality the most for what you've done before, you can make me an Arcana check.
Okay. Who's Arcanaing?
Oh, dude.
Valtor and Ishan. You don't really know.
Oh god.
Ugh.
Neither of you know, at least
Oh
yet.
my
It
God.
seems to be quite, let's say, convenient. That's the only thing that Shan finds weird. It's quite convenient that now you're finding the door again.
Oh, no.
Can I investigate the door to see if there's anything similar or different from the last door that we went through?
Sure, make a investigation check.
I'll
Alright, let's-
assist.
All right. Well, let's see it. 24.
Oh,
All right. It's still a little bit in shambles, but you can see like the way this is a little bit different. It's constructed with these ivory-like materials, and golden filigranes decorate the door. And as you go back, you see a ruby seems to have been coronating the door before. Now it's just floating free in that crumbled mess that is supposed to be a door.
Can I reach out and grab the ruby?
It's way up, so you really have to tell me how you do it.
I'll pick him
how-
up.
You cannot reach.
How
I'll
how
pick him up
far
and hold him
up?
up to it.
You would say around 20 feet up.
Okay, I'm gonna
Oh.
take out my net, and I am going to try to catch it in my net.
Alrighty, give me dexterity check, I guess. Not really difficult, it's a net, but dexterity check.
All right.
Diraxis, don't you have mage hand? Can't you just grab it?
yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was
So
gonna let,
Baltor doesn't know
let
that.
Baltor have his moment, but you know,
Like
if he fails.
I
Oh, that's
failed.
crazy.
I throw my net up, and it just sort of floats around up there a little bit, and then I sort of pull it back down. I'm like,
Does
well, I guess that
Diraxis
didn't
realize
work.
what he's trying to do?
Well, yeah, it's quite
I'm
noticeable.
trying to
You
get
see
that down.
Baldur
Ruby.
just like throwing that up, like, I want the
Alright,
ruby!
Diraxis is Diraxis is gonna use Mage Hand to
It's
grab
shiny!
the ruby.
I want shiny!
Or try to grab the ruby.
Alright, with Mage Hand it's really easy for you. You just grab the ruby, bring him back to you, and you just hear Samudra, fast, come on! We don't have much time!
Looking it.
What's
And
she
Samudra
talking
just
about?
goes,
I'll
Why is she
open the
even
door and
saying
I'll
that?
keep everybody like going in.
I literally like turn around and say, "Move your ass."
Do you move your ass, Baldur?
We're moving.
Oh yeah, no, we're all yes.
Okay,
No,
we're moving our asses
I'm
together.
gonna set up a picnic on the
I'm
staircase.
gonna,
On the
I'm gonna
Me
have
and
one
Daisy.
all day.
I like this place now.
Right before the door.
All right, then you all cross the door again, and the same white space seems to be happening. And after a while, it all seems reconfigure. And finally, it's again nighttime. You don't know exactly where you are. It seems to be a beautiful place. The moon is shining, full moon. However, Ishan, you know, it was one of the longest days of summer. The sun was dipping low as the evening slowly rolled in. There was music playing, soft, whimsical through the gardens and the soft trickle of the fountain. So it wasn't indeed not nighttime, sorry. I messed that up. It was, the sun was going down. Oh, I thought it was Ishan saying, okay, not that shit.
Yeah, no.
I hit the wrong button. My bad.
Soft and whimsical through the gardens and the soft trickle of the fountains accompanied the melodies through the fragrance earth. Do you remember the fragrance? It's
The fragrance?
Yeah, what?
fragrance.
Fragrance.
Oh, okay,
Fragrance.
sorry.
Sorry,
I thought
sorry,
that was
sorry.
like a new fabulous
thing.
little monster. That was like it's a fragrance.
Fragrance.
It's not a
Everybody
dragon,
likes
it's a
dragons.
fragrance.
It's a dragon made of a smell, of fragrance.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
very.
the
He would
fragrance.
recognize the scent of sandalwood and lemongrass. Yeah.
Yep.
And
It's fine.
fragrance.
Those good old fragons.
Okay, that's bullying and racist. So Mover is sitting right beside you, really near to you. You can feel her cold skin, almost watery, just like a dripping, drop. Like,
I know what you mean.
you know what I mean. She's sitting with you. She's feeling your body heat. She's feeling safe, like years ago. And you look around and you see your friends in the same form, like they are translucent, almost dreamy-like. And Samudra is there with them. Whoever you're with, it's not Samudra. It's looking at you, just you can see tears running through her eyes, down her eyes, and just looking away at that scene. Just looks at you, and Samudra is waiting for you to say something. Seems like time is paralyzed.
Oh god, he knows exactly what he's got to say, but every ounce of his being is telling him not to say it.
So yeah, guys, while you have this
Where-
scene, you can see that
Where
this is way more detailed than Valmir's memories.
and where is the actual Samudra? Are they both in the memory, or is like
Samudra's with you.
Samudra? So she's
There's
sitting
Samudra
outside
with
the
you.
memory, looking at
Yeah.
herself.
There's a Samudra outside the memory, crying about what she's seeing, looking
Yeah.
away.
And he
The other
like
Samudra is looking at you with those shiny eyes, like gems, waiting for you to say something.
it's like Ishan sat there and he sort of like just takes a breath and just turns and kind of just looks square in her eyes and she just says, "I love you, Samudra."
I love you too, Ishan. And then she brings her hand close to you and just caresses your face.
Ishan definitely like he knows the caress isn't real, but he just can't stop himself from just like leaning into it.
Feels so real to you. You're back at that again. It's so difficult for you to not lean into it. It's just the way you used to be, happy and together. You see the skies is turning purple. The day bleeds away. And in the night sky just the stars beginning to glimmer like fireflies, all the stars in the sky. And finally, a crescent moon begins to break over the far horizon. She looks at you, and you can hear raspiness in her voice. Tell me, must you really live, Ishan?
There's no sweeter agony than leaving your side, but I must. There's still so much to see.
And then, if you really need to leave, can I just hold to you just a little longer? Please.
Ishan's like just looks up briefly towards where the real Samudra is stood.
You make me perception check.
Perception.
All right. It's difficult to know exactly what's going on, but it's really difficult to miss the sound of her sobbing. It tried to be contained at first, just tears dripping down her face. Now it's just this sounds so painful.
So like, Ishan's only really been awkward around her with the others there, but it's like hearing that sound, just sort of like part of him just cracks, and you just see like the smile on his lip just wavers slightly as a tear does start to just form in his eye in full, as he's just losing that composure he's had, and just looks down, just like his voice breaks as he just says, "A little while longer."
She smiles back, and yes, signals you to wake up and guides you towards these beautiful gardens until you get to a beautiful palace-like structure. You know, it's Samudro's house. It used to be. It was beautiful. Her family was really rich, and they had these amazing gardens. And after that, you go to her room, and for all of you guys, a black veil covers the scene that is going on right now. I mean, the most curious can look, but we know what is going on now. And after that, you wake up, you see bare-chested, you can see Samudra just sleeping by your side. You can feel her cold touch that feels so soothing for you. Just the other side of the coin is the perfect one for you, and you know that. She looks so calm. Oh, what do you do, Shan?
Every bit of him just wants to stay and just pull her closer to him and just stay there in that room and never leave. And he just doesn't move. He, like, part of his brain knows that he already knows what's going to happen. He knows that this isn't how it played out, but he can't bring himself to, like, put himself through that again. So he just stays.
You stay, and you see Samudra is just trying to scream at you, but you cannot hear what she's screaming. You just hear them. All of you guys, you can hear that she's screaming, "No, go! Go as you did before! You don't want me to do it! You have to be man enough to do it too! Leave! As you left me alone!" And with that, you can hear her scream, crying. But Ishan just stays.
Baltor's gonna go over to Samudra and just try to calm her down.
He has to leave. He left now. He was man enough then. Why is he not man enough now? Why?
It can be harder the second time around, dear. It's like being burned twice in the same place. The skin remembers the flame from the first time.
To remember his flame. Not that easy to just forget, you know.
He's gonna bring Daisy over and see if
Puppy.
Daisy can make her happy.
Here, have a puppy.
You have a puppy lady.
Puppy.
She grabs to Daisy, and you see as she just embraces her with all her, not hers,
Oh.
like really tightly. And you stay, and you see as Samudra just wakes up. You're still here. I guess you still love me.
Always.
And then
Baltor's gonna shout, because I feel like Baltor would have like figured out that you have to tell the truth in these memories. Like the last one, we all tried to help him, and he still had to face the truth. I'm assuming like Baltor would be intelligent enough to sort of put that together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would be intelligent enough to pull that together.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out to Ishan. We're never gonna get out of here if you don't tell her the truth.
It's almost like it's so distant, but you can hear Walter's voice, almost like underwater.
It's like he'll keep looking at the Samudra in front of him,
Mhm.
but he's kind of like speaking it out towards everyone else as well as he says it. I could never stop loving you, no matter how far or how long we're apart. That love for you remains true.
Then, why did you leave if you did that? And you see as the expression in Samudra starts changing. Her face shapes, instead of being so soft, so round, start becoming sharp, triangular-like. Why did you leave then? You're broken. You never loved anyone because you're unable to love. You will never love anyone like you did me. But I guess you never loved me, right?
No. I still love you.
Oh, come on. You see us all, she's changing, you see us, her jellyfish head shape, head piece starts forming into her. It's like a reddish hair, and you see shadows coming out of her. Her eyes are with this blooming yellow energy. Tell the truth to everyone. You know, he didn't love you. You don't love her as much. You break her heart. Maybe it was just what you wanted all along. It was a fun adventure, yes. But what is love? Just an interruption, right?
And it's like, they're like, this is probably the first time anyone's seen Ishan be angry. As just like where his mage armor is still active, just the flames start to grow and there's just fire behind his eyes. His hair starts to go wild, and just licks of flame and smoke are just erupting from his fingertips. What would a fiction know about love?
Oh,
This is the one mistake I ever made. And I regret it every waking moment. Me leaving was the worst thing I ever did.
Ishan. So naive, so little. Just one mistake. But how many does it take? It only takes one big mistake to not see her again. Look at her. Don't look down. Look at her. She's crying for you because she knows you don't love her. You will never love her. Yeah, tell her.
Ishan takes his dagger and drives it into the illusion.
You see,
Oh, damn.
illusion starts to just form again, a black body with this funnel-like structure growing in her neck. Her hair is just floating in the air, just covering all the space around, and a crown forms made of the same material of hers, of skin. Ah, yes. You can fight illusions, but you cannot fight reality. And after that, just puffs, and you're back in the same place again.
In the place with the stairs?
Yeah, the Escher painting.
Can
And you
I
just
make
see
an arcana
Samudra.
check? Okay, you never mind. Go ahead.
You see just Samudra just laying in the ground, just embracing the puppy that it's now way bigger than she thought, so she's just embracing Daisy and just crying.
Ishan's just like on his knees, just white knuckling around the dagger, just struggling to just breathe evenly.
While all this is going on, Baltor is once again just trying to figure out how to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I'm.
Like he's like, this is getting to be a bit much.
I
Good
think
lord.
Relic is finally kind of getting to grips with, the area and everything, and he's going to do an Arcana check as well to kind of figure out what the place is, what's going on.
Okay, you can do it. And Valmir, if you want to, you can have it with advantage and Nishan too, since now you've experienced your memories.
It sounds
I'm not
Unless
doing
you don't
anything.
want to do anything, which is completely
Okay,
fine.
I got a 23 in my Arcana check.
All right.
Alright, alright.
So what's up?
So, Relic, you think that with the memories that you're witnessing, even though the place looks the same, there's something magical about it. And they were obviously defeated. The back memories come back again. However, there must be a way out of here, and you have to know that. And now you realize that it wasn't convenient that the doors were just popping out your way, even though it was fast. Someone is trying to aid you. Some magical force is trying to experience this so you can leave this place. If you do not experience, you will not be able to get out of the trials. This is the first step. And you think you all need to go through this. Whatever that means, even for a warforged quite like you.
I'll look to Baltor and everybody while, they're kind of still looking around and trying to find the next door, and I'll say, whatever this place is, it wants us to do this. Some outside force wants us to experience these things as if we need to see what's next.
All right. Look, obviously it's going to show us a bunch of memories that we don't really want to see. But remember that we're all here. And we're all friends here. All right? Even you, Balmir. So you got strength to draw on here. Just remember that when whoever's going through it is going through it.
If you're
Now
going
let's
through
find
hell,
the next damn door.
if you're going through hell, keep on going.
That's right,
Do-
Boyle.
I'll start looking for the door.
All right, make a perception check, my guy.
12.
Okay, I guess it's good enough.
The
Valtor,
dirty one again.
Girl. You're still. I mean, Samudra is really.
Get off my damn dog, Samudra.
You really want to say that poor little thing? You see a sheep
No,
just
I
looked at
don't.
you?
I
I mean, you can say that. I don't know
Baltor,
if
that
mouths
was
are live.
pretty mean,
That was
man.
super
Like,
mean.
Just-
No, I was kidding. That was
Okay. So what you actually? why do you actually get distracted from?
No, I'm still distracted about the fact that like somebody else is loving up on my dog, but I'm also very distracted by the fact that the new guy that I have a crush on, is obviously still in love with his ex, who is now trying to take my dog away from me. Apparently, these two are
You
just
cannot
trying
have
to
anything.
ruin my goddamn life.
man, I know you're trying to take my dog.
You just turned my life into a country song, the two of you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ishan. Oh my God,
Oh,
Look,
my
my dog.
daisy.
All right, so I'm no help in finding the way out.
Okay.
Yeah, he's over there just singing Jolene, except it's
I
Sean.
am.
Ishan
I
and
am.
Daisy and
Uh,
Samudra, yeah.
you can hear Lady Antebellum in the background already.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Relic. You look around, what was that? Perception?
Yeah, that was.
Well, 11, it's not enough. It has to be 12.
Alright, fair enough.
And another seems to be passing down towards the direction you are. The stairs seem to me not be really firm, but seems to be trying to get together, almost like a force is trying to pull everything together. And you see the door. Half of it seems to have this biological matter, and the other seems to be machine-like, just together. And there's no gem on top. There's supposed to be a space for a gem.
I don't know, guys. It doesn't look like the right door to me. Maybe we should find another one.
Draxus,
Okay, let's go to the
Draxus is gonna see if he can put the gem with Mage Hand. Put the gem in the slot with Mage Hand.
All right.
If that does anything.
You do that, and you see as it starts to crumble, the doors start to reshape its way, and they fuse together. So now, biological and machine are one thing. And the gem changes color to this deep purple, like kind of feel like some energy is just swirling through this gem inside of it. It reminds you at the egg of the harpy, actually, the same type of energy. The harpy egg.
Draxus is gonna do one of those where he just pulls the gem off, see what happens, and then if it changes the door, he's gonna put it back. He's gonna see if he can take it without messing up the door, because he might need it. They might need it again later.
You do not mess up the door, actually. It's a little bit difficult for you to pull it off. It seems to really want that, but you cannot take this up and you see as cables and tendon structures and muscles try to pull it down to the same position, but you just get it out. And it forms again around where the gem was supposed to be, and now the door doesn't have the space for the gem. So guys,
Well, I
what do you
guess
want to do?
we going through. You know whose this is?
Yeah,
take a deep
Draxus, that's it's a rough one for you, buddy. Yeah, good luck with that. This one's obviously yours, right?
Yeah, all the machines and yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Far. I open the door.
You'll go in, I assume.
Yeah.
Samudra seems to be still quietly squished around Daisy and as far away as she can of you, Ishan.
Yeah, I figured.
And you cross the door, and the same happens until you get to this weird place. You're all, again, translucent in this weird laboratory thing, but it all seems so blurry, so difficult to see past that, even more than Balmer's vision. And you, Relic, look around, and you just see what it's almost like a blur of yourself. Now completely formed, but shapeless, just humanoid, but no skin color to you, no real height, no real weight. You feel like just an idea, nothing more. And you have a really narrow spotlight where you go that leaves you see what the actual objects are. Other than that, it's super blurry. You can almost tell what they are, but it's really difficult unless you really get super near to it.
I walk around for a second. I look at my friends, and I just say, I'll be honest, guys. I'm pretty sure this is mine, but I have no idea what any of this stuff is.
Well, can he actually hear us?
You can try to talk to him.
Well, at least try looking around, see what's going on over there. And can I try to give him extra insight into what's going on, like I did the characters in the other?
You feel so weak in this reality. You try to mold it a little bit, and you can sense that there's something that you can do, but it's so little that you don't think you can aid him in that way. You did hear them, by the way, Raleigh. It was really far away. The same. You didn't experience that with because you were in that reality. But the same way as the others, they seem far away, almost underwater.
Okay, I'll just be like, okay, I'll try. And I'll just start doing a general. I'll just start looking around. I'll just start investigating everything. Can I do
So,
it?
as you said, then make me an investigation check.
Okay. 17.
That's good. So, you take a look around. Everything, whenever you get near to it, starts forming. The sofa seems to be clearer, but as you continue advancing, then it seems to blur out again. The desk there was in front of you seems to be more clear. You see there are piles of papers on it, some type of investigation, but it's difficult to you to know what language that is. Do you actually know that language? Still, you look around. Mm-hmm. Yeah, tell me whatever you want to tell, and then I will continue. It's respectful, bitch.
No, I was going to
Okay.
cast comprehend languages, but I think I'm just going to kind of try and see if I recognize things on my own while I go through this stuff.
Okay. You continue going through all of this. You don't really know exactly what this place is until you get to what it seems to be some type of glass. And you look at yourself and you see this shapeless thing. But as you get near and near and you approach, some features start just sketching out on your face. You can see the hint of your skin color, you can see your eyes, and you can see as you go near and near, you finally are standing and you understand what you are, and you see that you are a massacre. That creature that you're trying to run out of from. And with that, guys, I think we had a wonderful session.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was fabulous.
That was amazing.
Holy cow!
It's
That was
gonna be so delightful. I'm glad to hear you're so invested in this, Denise. Well, there's obviously we're gonna continue this next Monday, find out more about the histories of all the various characters. Gonna be so delightful. But this week also, we are going to be doing all kinds of other things. So tomorrow we have got our talk show, Falling Down Fabulously, where we talk about whatever the hell we want.
Never in
it's
topic.
glorious, right?
Yeah.
So come have a delightful conversation with us tomorrow. Then Wednesday is the big day. It is the season finale of Delver's Dream. It is going to get fucking crazy on Wednesday. We have succeeded in all our community goals. We did like 100,000 ally points in the last week and a half, right?
I didn't even realize. That's awesome.
Yeah, like
Because
it
we are
was crazy. So we did, we've got Tara coming. We have a special guest star coming on Wednesday. Yay, thank you, Danielle, for cheering.
Thank you very
There's-
much,
Oh,
Daniel.
awesome.
we've got a special guest star from Saint Stella is coming, and she is going to be playing one of the characters. Ooh, which one will it be?
Probably Corton.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, probably Flit.
She's lit.
Right, you know. So, thank you for the cheer,
Thanks,
Magda. That's
Magda.
awesome.
Oh, let's go with these
Yay.
cheers.
So,
People
we've
love
got-
announcements.
We've got Tara. Then we have got Flit, the Goblin Warlock. We have got Peregrine, the Psychic, and we have Corton, the Rainbow Mage. They will all be joining in the battle this Wednesday. There's still a couple little things that the group has to get through, but I am certain that we will get to the battle on Wednesday. Just FYI, it might take 2 sessions because it's going to be insane.
Absolutely.
Just so you know. Then we may we might have to push back to next Wednesday, but we may be doing another stream on Wednesday, which is the continuation of the Scooby-Doo. I have not talked to people, so I will send out messages today to see whether or not that can happen. If not, we might push it to next Wednesday. Then on Thursday, we have got Guillermo's fabulous art stream, where he is going to create something glorious.
Yep.
Then we also have a few hours after that, we have got two bards building a tavern, where Haley from Table for 2 RPG and myself are going to continue building the tavern that we started in Tailspire, and then we're going to do some kind of lovely little performance at the end of it. And then Friday is our MTG Arena, which is going to be glorious. I'm making a whole bunch of new decks this week for that too. I've made some doozies that are just brutal. Then we've got also I will be appearing on Fireside Interviews that evening, and I will be sending out information about that all over our social medias and things like that. So definitely check out all the craziness that we've got going on this week. It's going to be delightful. And I think, how do you guys feel about doing a little raid? Well,
let's raid.
Little raid.
Let's do it.
How about that? How about that? I think we should actually raid into D&D Beyond is live right now, and they've been so fabulous to us. So I think we should raid into there. All right.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
We are going to go. Remember, tell D&D Beyond what Planar Allies is bringing to the potluck. And this week it's all kinds of weird dream shit. Like, what was that? Grablins? No, Fraggins.
Fraggins.
Bring Fraggins to the mix, to the potluck.
Let's be real. After today, all we're bringing
I have
is
to make a real
emotional
meal. I
trauma.
have to make a Fraggin.
Bring emotional trauma to the potluck.
Yeah, we are.
Bye, everybody. Take care. All right.
All right, and